out. Yeah, exciting stuff, really. I feel like, you know, it's crash and burn time. You just played 8 games in a row today with a very short break in between of like 20 minutes. You've got to be feeling kind of exhausted here, but gonna bring their absolute best to the final game here. And then on the side of TSM, I feel like they've been more innovative in this series overall, right? Like they're bringing out something new here with the Night Stalker as well. For Saberlight, curious to see if it's going to work out the way they hope.
They also had a lot of time to just think about, you know, this final series. Meanwhile, EG probably had to show a little bit more of their hand against Quincy Crew.
Yeah, for sure.
Moonmeander wrote shout out therapy gecko, whatever that means.
Therapy.
But I just wanted to put that out there. Shout out to the therapy gecko.
Gecko.
That's what it said.
I see.
We'll have to ask him.
We'll have to ask him if he wins. But if he loses, I never want to know.
I think there's no game like Dota where people write as many laughing voice lines while having the most stone face ever. Like, they're literally just spamming ha ha ha, and then you look at their faces and there's like, it's like the good old meme where someone writes raffle and then you look at them and they're just sitting there like totally deadpan. Man, I'm having the best time ever.
There's so many laughing voice lines now too.
Yeah.
It's like,
I wonder who's responsible for that. Effie.
surely not me.
Surely not.
I mean, it's old
Oh,
news
no,
now.
not
Now
again.
we've got all the other ones.
No, don't worry. I know you're about to experience a renaissance.
This is a problem for Saberlight, by the way. Tag team Morph has really good attack speed here.
So the important thing is that Night Stalker is extremely fast at daytime. Solid 295 move speed. Oh wow, he actually makes it out.
He did survive.
Shout out
There
to
was no
5
third
armor.
hero here, but
So he has no Sullivan, neither does Moonmeander. So that was a lot of value damage coming out here.
Uh-oh. Yeah, and we were emphasizing how much of this game is going to be dependent on the snowballing potential of the Night Stalker.
And I don't expect this lane to go very well for them. Especially now that they've put the Tusk down in the Morph lane.
Just a moment, I need to set an alarm for when I need to leave no matter what.
Don't worry, you'll make it. I believe
Set
you.
an alarm for 70 minutes.
Oh, you'll be fine.
I mean, it's a game 5, Effie.
Hey, you'll be fine. You have to be.
We have to interview them also and be like, oh my god, you're so good.
this is very meta.
But they are.
They are.
Yep.
I really like that they swapped the lanes around because we talked about tag team being useless versus troll, so they just put it with Morphling, who can take advantage of it with all the attack speed. And Disruptor has a nice time playing versus Train Protector just because he can hit him so much before he gap closes and gets on top of him. So just really clean support swap. Oh, there it is.
Moon's in trouble.
Get some shards, get that tag team waveform ahead of it, and Moonmeander, even with the Fairy Fire, is going to go down.
Crit takes the kill. Wonder what he's going to do with this. If he's going to rush and earn or boots.
Boots.
He has something coming out. Blightstone.
He's got
Oh,
boots
yo,
queued up.
Corrosion Tusk?
I think he's just going to get value blight.
Oh, that's no fun. Well, at least the Moonmeander gets to come back and deliver some items to Saberlight.
He does have boots queued up, so yeah, it's probably just a boring old Blightstone.
No fun.
No fun.
Dude, Corrosion actually has got to be like one of the least popular early game items these days. I never see it.
Don't. Maybe on supports, but on carries, I do think it was very popular. Not throughout this tournament, but throughout all of Season 1 Europe DPC, I think all of these melee safe laners were buying Corrosion and just playing incredibly aggressively. I think PA was a tier 1 pick for maybe 3 weeks in this.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Just because of this Corrosion
I do
level 2
remember that.
power spike.
Chirax gets caught in a grasp. Kinetic Field's not going to save him if he gets netted by Tomato. And another kill. This time going the way of TSM FTX, and mid lane also Abed favorite this time. He's got the advantage, but just minor.
Not by quite a bit, actually. 18-5 to 11-1 is no joke in that lane matchup. I think... I do think it's Storm favored, but I don't think it's Storm favored this much. So I do believe Abed's stepping it up a little bit here against Braum.
You have to watch out if you're a Disruptor in this top lane, just because between Troll Axes and Nature's Grasp, there's so much slow. And if your hero just finds... Just like that, you're going to
Just
take
like
so
that?
much damage. But if you're a Mars, you're pretty happy, right? You're safe.
This goes the interesting 0-2-1 build, pretty uncommon.
Yeah, early Bulwark.
But Bulwark is amazing in this lane. It's very, very good against the Troll. And you need to keep in mind, the mindset of Disruptor Mars in this lane is not to kill. it's to find farm. They're not playing to pressure in this lane because they're unfavored. So just want to stabilize and get what they can. And the
Yeah.
skill build definitely reflects that.
And they have identified that they're probably not going to outtrade this troll train protector lane, right? So we're probably going to see Jarex playing in the triangle a lot, just making as many stacks as he can for his Morphling.
You know, one thing that I noticed that Western Europe was doing after having to deal with Celery's Train Protector so many times was the team going against them would just all go to Treant's lane, cut down every single tree in sight. So make sure that his first like minute and a half was more uncomfortable. Here, Mars is doing a good job at keeping the Quelling Blades up, but Dubu, I feel, is being far more effective than I would have expected.
There has been some deforestation going on, though. Look at that.
Yeah, Mars is
Big blank space right next to
chopping.
Mars.
Wow, and the lead continues to grow, 33 to the 24 of Ember. And Storm Spirit's doing work.
Gloves first, Storm Spirit.
Sind, would you care to participate?
In what?
Literally anything.
Now he's going to say, I was zoned out, just like Effie.
I was zoned out for 8 minutes this time.
4 minutes and 55 seconds.
You guys are saying a lot of good stuff. Keep it up.
Oh.
What about
Now
if
I
I
wanna
start
talk.
talking about Japanese Spider-Man again?
Yeah, I was waiting for that. That's my cue. I love Japanese Spider-Man. It's nighttime. Saberlight,
Activates the silence.
surprise mother frogger. He's gonna go on the tusk.
No,
Not working
that
out
would be
too
if
well
Lion
though.
had the hex.
It's gonna get caught in a little bit of an icicle situation here. Will be brought down by Arteezy.
Very good.
Round of applause.
Yeah. No, this is a really high kill threat lane with Morph Tusk. Really nice. I mean, this is what happens if you pick Night Stalker last, though. You're just going to be useless.
That's true. That's kind of what you sign yourself up for as a Night Stalker. The moment it turns to night, you're just screwed and die.
What did I tell you? He's strongest at daytime.
Very
Case in point.
Max move speed,
Max
Night
move
Stalker.
speed.
On the river, minute 0.
He's like that Slardar sprint business. Tubu.
That is your win window. Did you?
Condition. Win condition.
No,
Man,
your
I'm
win window.
I'm so glad we have
Your window.
We have exercised win condition from caster terminology.
Now there's window.
I don't think anyone says that. I don't think you're going to popularize that. Stop trying to make fetch happen.
It's not going to happen.
It's not going to happen.
Sinner's like, what?
He doesn't watch movies other than In Bruges. That's his
Ooh.
favorite movie.
No, but it was good.
I do have a recommendation for you, though.
Please.
Japanese Spider-Man. Thank you,
Yeah.
Effie.
The OVA.
Yeah. Yeah. It's good stuff.
What's the recommendation?
Japanese Spider-Man.
Oh.
Why was I?
Is it a movie?
No, it's a series.
Oh, well, I
Doesn't
won't.
matter. It fit the conversation flow, I thought, to say movie.
Debatable.
All
Bryle.
right.
Does nothing.
Is under attack.
Very even game so far. Brawl checking out his minimap. That's a good thing to do if you're a Dota player, so make sure you keep actively looking to the bottom left for most players.
But
if you're
Insania-
Insania, you're looking bottom right. For reasons...
Well, actually, so he says he got it from Guild Wars. So,
Oh.
yeah, it's a little bit more forgivable, but I mean, his whole team, they use the whatever alternate hero thing. Dubu takes some damage from Abed and takes some more damage from Abed.
Actually, pretty
Continues
nice
taking
pattern.
damage from Abed. And the range up will not save him.
Roll
Jarex
dice
gets the
to
kill.
Jarex.
He did live for a long time there.
He did. But he took a lot of damage then afterwards.
It's nice to get haste rune on Storm Spirit just because you don't have to expend mana to position yourself to land remnants.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Agreed.
Brawl's trying to steal some of this stack. Not going to happen.
Exchange of laughter.
Just trying to maximize. This is something that Embers, in my opinion, have got a lot better at in the last 2 years, is using Fire Remnant effectively for farming. I would say someone that stands out to me was actually both TNC's Ember players back way back when. Well, it's not that long ago, but Gabby as well as Armel were doing a really good job at maximizing farm by using Fire Remnant as a traveling tool between camps. At the expense of mana, of course. They had to buy additional clarities, but they were making significant improvements to their overall gold per minute by playing this way as Ember. And you see in this instance, Bryle tried to steal the enemy small camp and then Remnant back to his own big camp in one move to
Moon Meander
maximize.
quick on the fingers, gets the Hex and the Shackles onto Abed, falling on the sword to protect the Troll Warlord.
Yep.
Abed got an Arcane Rune there. If he actually walks up into the jungle, he's going to see that there's
Radiant's
big camp stacked being taken by Troll right now. And it seems like he's going to clean it up safely, though.
Oh, so this game we're defending towers, huh? That's good to see.
Don't get too cocky, all right? It's only 8 minutes in. We'll see what happens. Tomato is going to seize those camps while he still can before EG makes a move on it. And Abed will mirror that movement in his triangle.
There's been a lot of stack stealing today.
Yeah.
So after Moon stacked that one last time, he did ping it out, like, come take it now. Let's not take any risks this time around.
Are they going to defend this tower? Cinderan.
Yeah, they're gonna put living armor on. I don't think EG's pushing power is meaningful without Morph. Like if he's sitting in mid, you're not committing to the push. Like who's gonna deal the tower damage here? Realistically speaking, it's gonna take forever against Trant. So you kind of can't do it. You're just letting the tower sit there. Trant's gonna heal it up to full with living armor over time, and as long as you manage to defend, especially your own mid tower, which is our TZ TPing to hold a moment ago on the Morph, then it's okay. I don't think either team really needs to take towers right now, but obviously TSM FTX are kind of primed to do it first with their lineup.
By golly, they are defending. And since it's Morphling's lane, EG will briefly siege it and then think against it.
Actually, that tower push saved Nightfall's life because they were setting up for a kill him on top with Ember, but he had to TP mid to defend the tower, and so did Train Protector.
Nightfall may never know that he was minutes away, seconds away from confirmed death.
We have a saying in Arabic.
Tell me.
You throw a favor in the ocean. So it's when you do something for someone without them ever knowing.
Oh, wow.
It doesn't translate well to English, but
Like a message in a bottle kind of
boom into no, just like doing whatever.
I'm not going to explain
I
good
tried.
morals to you. It's lost.
No, my brain is just operating very slowly at the moment. Perhaps always, but more so now than usual.
The sentiment was appreciated. Nightfall's tossing that favor into the lane. More living armor.
Yeah, he's trying to get something out of the siege creep wave minute 10, but it's not enough without Morph. He's getting half the tower, but it's going to be all for naught if he doesn't get to finish it. Dubu with, I believe it's level 3 living armor. Yeah, he's going for the same skill build last game, 2-0-3.
Abed shows up, and they want to keep the siege creep alive, but
Not going to manage. Instead, no.
ooh, is it the oh, he drew aggro with the grasp, so the creeps didn't get in the tower's way. All right, Dubu doing work.
Train Protector protecting towers.
Are they?
They're gonna go. Yeah, I told you. God damn it, Cinder, and you're all like, look at them defending towers. And
Yeah, I'm a little bit surprised. I mean, it's going to be a 1-for-1 trade when they got the bottom tower, right? But I feel like part of Trian's strength is the ability to get one while holding one. Not that you delay the enemy from taking it, but
yeah,
you know, like effectively speaking, EG had been pushing that tower way longer than they were, than TSM were. So obviously it's a win in that sense. But a lot of the time you can take and hold at the same time and actually.
well, homie ain't holding nothing. They get their glyph back after top goes down, but this tower is at critical HP, and
There's
the
no
rest of
Dark Ascension.
EG are converging.
It's a 4v5. There's no Dark Ascension.
While you're speaking about it, they might just give up on this mid tower the same way they did the top tower.
Oh god, poor Treant Protector. All this effort gone to waste. 2 towers go down, and EG seem like they learned their lesson from the previous game and are now giving TSM FTX a taste of their own medicine.
And the difference last game was, even though both teams weren't defending towers, they were also taking towers, right? But TSM so far only have that bottom tower, but they've opted to not even try for both. This slow pace of Dota worked for them last game when they had a Morphling playing into a favorable matchup, right? But this Troll's building a Battle Fury, and it's not like he's going to hit an item timing that's gonna make it so, okay, now we can play for an objective, now we can take that Roche. They're just gonna sit back and farm for as long as they can. But can they get away with just giving up towers for nothing? Versus this kind of lineup with a Storm and a
Jarek's with the
Tusker.
invis. This could be a big moment.
Yeah, he's got his ult ready. He pops it, and he gets the trap onto Bryle. He's running around. Storm took a little bit of while to get there, but it was enough, and the spear connection, and the Thunderstrike gets the kill. Serpent Ward's actually dropped for just a Disruptor kill. And it's going to take a while, but they get it eventually. Meanwhile, Arteezy tries to make a move, but doesn't get the kill. Wow, so their one potential pushing spell gets used to kill Jerax.
You can take this bottom tower now, or pressure at the very least, right? As Morphling.
Glyph plus armor.
Treant Protector's like, over my dead body, are you getting my last tier 1 sub 15 minutes?
Never mind, guys.
I do really wonder what happened in this series that I would say, like, a lot of the time in this meta, it's common to give away your safe lane tower. But I feel like the lack of emphasis on defending mid that we've seen overall is really surprising to me. It's just very unusual for the last year of Dota, or even 2 years. Teams have been very adamant about the importance of holding that mid tower, but
I wouldn't go that far. I feel like at TI, people were taking it seriously. As Arena into Spear, again onto Bryle. Snowball connects. Walrus Punch can't come off because of the silence from Saberlight, and Bryle gets to escape. The Night Stalker activates the Dark Ascension, and he's going to be going to town onto Abed. He was holding
the spear
on to
missed.
that.
He
And the
might
spear
actually
missed.
catch up now.
My god, there's so much critical HP.
That was such a long zip for the amount of mana that he had.
Yeah, I don't know how he pulled that off, and he's going to survive. Saberlight is not able to track him down, and Nightfall, even while toggling, goes for something. Arteezy, kind of in no man's land, though. Silence, not going to save him, and instead, Jarex will also go down for Arteezy's sins.
Damn, that was almost a disaster for Ember Spirit, just dying straight after respawn like that, but they didn't have enough damage to finish him off.
Okay. Good armlet toggle as well. Yeah, but the point I was making... oh, hang on.
No points.
No
only
points
kills.
yet.
Vortex into the Snowball, into the Spear, and that's enough damage. And we get a root onto the Tusk. Nice shards, pushes him away, but only briefly. And crit will go down to Saberlight during the daytime.
Oh, well.
Oh, well.
So, yeah, that's what I was getting at with the towers. Like you said, at TI, people were really defending it, right?
Right.
That's what I was saying. Like, for the last 2 years, all the time, people have been defending the tower.
Oh, I
except
see.
today.
Right.
I'm just wondering why the teams are putting way less emphasis on holding that. If there's like something that they've discovered, or if it's just the nature of the drafts, or the overall strategy that they have planned for this series in particular. Because it hasn't been something I've noticed in the NA region in general during league play. But they're just literally forfeiting a mid tower while they have Treant living armoring it, and he's just sitting there alone getting killed when perhaps they could have defended it at an earlier point, at least. Maybe not when Night Stalker's ulti was down, I understand that, but they took a lot of damage on it prior to that. It's just, I'm not saying it's bad, it's just very different and puzzling, because that's like been a staple of Dota for so long, that you defend that tower, you throw bodies at it even to make sure you hold it.
Yeah,
They're just
so
not doing it today.
for TSM, it really felt like last game they just didn't want to make any unnecessary movements or mistakes, right? They really needed that win, and they were willing to just give away these important map objectives.
Glimpse, Snowball, Moon Meander, No Man's Land, dead.
But yeah, it's the same thing for this game, not wanting to make any unnecessary mistakes.
What would you call that Arena? A necessary mistake.
Big one.
I also agree, but I don't think, like, in this case, game strategy seems antithetical to losing these towers, because Troll's getting a Battle Fury. He wants to be able to have very comfortable access to both of his jungles, and right now he's terrified of going to the northern half of the map.
He has it already, right? They didn't give away any unnecessary deaths. They had that one really good fight mid where they killed the Morphling, which was very important. And he's working his way towards a BKB. Not a damage item, but a BKB. So this is the item that they're waiting for, without making any of the unnecessary movements we talked about. Right, they could be defending these towers and they could be doing more, but today, for these last 2 games, they chose to play as carefully as possible. And can you blame them? It's the grand finals. Last game was their
lot of points
potential
on the line.
elimination game.
Yep.
And this game's potential victory, so...
And, if you can actually believe it, this could potentially be Arteezy's first Valve event victory.
This
True.
does count as a valid...
Why doesn't it?
Wait, that would be so tragic if he didn't win then.
Or if he did win. Either way, there's an asterisk on this thing. But it's if he wins, this would be the first Valve event that he has won.
Wait,
I know.
that's a storyline.
That's a storyline, my friend.
Dire's middle tower.
Love me some
I do
storylines.
recall,
Storylines.
I do recall Crit saying on stream, though, that he thought that this wasn't necessarily
Who cares about what
the
Click
most,
thinks?
the best tournament.
What are you talking about? 4 North American teams? I can't think of a better tournament than that. As they go into Roche, and they will
my
take
God,
it
this is
uncontested.
fast.
That's that tag team.
Tag team Orchid and a Morph. That'll do it. It's taking them a little bit of time.
Oh my
here.
god, and there's a DD rune afterwards if they want to take that on Storm or Morphling.
Drop the Aegis on Arteezy, not Abed. Do opt to go for it on the Morph, which
Maybe because of this DD rune, he gets donated the bottle, and if he wants to YOLO in.
it does seem like a plan to take towers. When you give Morph this Aegis instead of Storm, that says to me that they want to push something.
They could be looking to brute force the towers
Yeah.
while Troll is still relatively weak, right? He's still in the process of farming his items. He is leading the net worth, but a Battle Fury and a potential BKB, not exactly when Troll is strongest.
Let's see which lane they decide to congregate to. Right now, it's looking like mid.
I do want to say, though, with this Troll BKB, though, even though it's not the most damage output, they can definitely look for really good fights with it. Because there's no more threat of dying to the Storm and the Mars.
Assuming that you're able to get it off before,
The-
Vortex or...
I guess there is, like, the threat of maybe getting stun locked and Walrus punched in tag team, but I do think you should be able to get it off with the living armor, right? We saw Ember live through all of their
That's
spells
true.
earlier mid.
And it'll also protect him from glimpses
But once he does have this BKB, the only thing stopping him is punch.
or an eventual Ag Scepter from Disruptor, but that's probably a long ways away.
Dire are scanning.
Do you know who would win this game?
What?
Dire's middle tower. is
PSG
under
LGD.
attack.
Yeah, Japanese Spider-Man.
Oh.
Every time you guys are gonna get quiet, I'm bringing it up. So Syndrome starts talking again.
Can we sponsor Japanese Spider-Man? Can we get him as a sponsor?
I don't know if he's still around. I think Japanese Spider-Man was in the 80s or something.
Oh.
Maybe in the 70s. That's why it's so hilarious.
He's
You know
in his
what?
prime.
If you're in chat,
Tower is under
please
attack.
look up Japanese Spider-Man on YouTube and thank me later.
I thought you were going to say if you're in chat, Japanese Spider-Man, please.
Please tell us. Show your face.
You'll understand
go.
once you see him. Once you see him.
One tier 2. I wonder if they're going to go for the next. I think top tower at this point is relatively free. TSM are not showing particularly much interest in trying to defend, as we've already covered. So I guess top tier 2 is very safe. The bottom towers will be the tougher ones to get.
We got a
They are
double
smoking, though.
BKB timing. Ember just completed his BKB, Night Stalker.
Nightstalker, yep,
So let's roll.
and Troll. So triple BKBs online here. This is a big fight for TSM. This
Ooh,
has
but
to
they
work.
bumble their way into a Radiant scan, and EG are going to be wise to it.
We also have the Night Stalker BKB.
Yeah, all
Triple
three.
BKB.
But did you hear about Night Stalker BKB? We got that online too.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Did you know that
It's
Ember
3
and Night Stalker and Troll Warlord?
Did you know that Japanese Spider-Man aired in the 70s?
Well, don't quote me on that exactly, but it was in
quoting
the
you on
olden.
it.
It was
He
in the olden
didn't because
days.
you said the 80s. He's
I
not
said
paying.
80s or 70s.
He
That
said
was-
both. You're not
Hey,
paying
hey,
attention.
Cinderin, I bring
Damn,
up
guilty as
Japanese.
charged.
I bring up Japanese Spider-Man when I want you to talk, and it works like a charm.
Absolutely.
Like clockwork. Who was a hero that EG banned one time.
First phase Zen.
First phase ban for Lina and Bane. Why do I remember that?
Oh, Abed missed the smoke. They smoked too early here. He was jumping.
It was
in the ball up.
1978.
Of all heroes to miss a smoke, I think Storm is fine though, because he
Yeah,
can
it's
connect
alright.
with this team.
But
right?
it is still a bit telegraphed now.
Oh,
right?
there it is.
Oh, he does not get the spear off. Tomato activates the BKB, puts the arena out to lock out the rest of TSM FTX, but Saberlight does not care. He goes, assassinates Jerax, Nightfall next to fall, as well as crit. And Saberlight's still hungry, going on the Morphling, still a minute left on this Aegis, but they're going to force Arteezy back, and boy, I don't think that EG were expecting that many BKBs in their face.
Yep, all three of them popped there, and it just rendered Disruptor completely useless.
And Mars.
Yeah, Mars didn't do much either. So, yeah, TSM definitely, they bit their time here, and it cost them a couple of towers, but they get a big fight out of it.
If we theorycraft and he gets that spear, do you think that FTX TSM wins the fight?
Not necessarily. I think he gets living armored, and they still
Yeah.
save him with Overgrowth ult.
They don't have enough damage at the moment to
Yeah.
just kill them through the defensive abilities.
So a very fruitful BKB debut, which originally TSM FTX were fishing for with the smoke, didn't find it, and then EG handed it to them on a platter. Yes, meditate, Dubu. I mean, Bryle.
Hey, they got a mid tower out of it too.
Pog.
That's the
Yep,
tower.
that's good.
They did, yeah, tier 2.
Radiant's
Towers
top
being
tower is
equalized.
under attack.
Synderen, it's working.
Yep, Japanese Spider-Man.
Yeah, did you see the pop-up? It was 1978 to 1979.
Yep.
Can you
Thank
believe the cultural impact that he was only there for a year and still FE 50,
changed my
50
life.
years later is still talking about
Of
it?
course, it's honestly, at me once you've seen it, guys. No, just look at it. Just
Radiant's
great.
top tower
I'm
is
still
under
an
attack.
Italian Spider-Man fan. Go look up Italian Spider-Man.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Oh,
nice
good
one.
reaction from Moon.
See, that's
Very
why
nice.
I'm the play-by-play. I didn't say uh-oh because I knew he was going to get the blink off. Please don't fake hype, Sind.
You didn't even see
Please
the
don't
play
fake
happen.
hype.
Thank you, Bryle.
Let's do this.
这么菜，你的队友不会生气吧，哥哥？
He tipped him. Oh, game 5. They want this rivalry. You heard Moon in one of those interviews. He was just like, this could be the birth of the new American Renaissance.
Scotty finished up by more. Yeah.
Yep.
Pretty big timing, too, for them.
Yeah, it still feels like EG are going to struggle to deal enough damage for a while against these BKBs. You might need an additional item on Arteezy, but if he's queuing up this BKB as his next one, I still wonder if that's going to cut it into these, relatively tanky heroes, really, that TSM have. There's the Troll with Whirling X's and 2.2k health, Nightstalker 1700 with BKB, and Ember 1900. When you factor in that Disruptor's going to deal basically 0 damage, and so is Mars for the most part, and Storms will be also negligible, I don't know if they can really get this done unless they find the jump.
Bryle.
Nice Bryle smoke break here. Immediate Dark Ascension.
And he finds out all that.
Abed's
He didn't
in
get
a
the
really bad
BKB
spot.
off. He's hexed. And he gets snowballed to save him in the BKB activation afterwards, but Tusk is going to die. And within the BKB, Storm dies as well. Bryle on the run. He's the one who popped this whole thing off. Nightfall, he's going to fall as well. And potentially an entire team wipe unless this Morphling can escape. He pushes back the Nightstalker, turns into Ember, puts up the Flame Guard, roots the Nightstalker, and gets out. Wow, Bryle, lightning quick reactions. And I can't believe Abed didn't get that BKB off before he got hexed.
Yeah, so he got the BKB off eventually, but then he got overgrowth by Dubu.
Yeah.
Like, just,
And then
again, on the money.
Troll was on top of him too
Yep.
at that point. But that was so clean by them. So EG were going for a smoke even though they know they're playing into BKBs because their idea was to just instantly kill a target, right? And then perhaps disengage from the fight, bait out a few BKBs. But if the smoke is broken and they get gone on like this, there's nothing they can do versus these items at the moment.
Though they did choose to go, and like the smoke popped, they went high ground. Granted, they didn't
you
know.
have to at that point, right? You've walked into the enemy team. There's no way you can just run away.
Yeah, they got double slight chained.
True.
But they are building to
Bryle W.
potentially
Bryle W.
higher. So Disruptor's building a force off. Tusker's also building towards a force off. They're going to try to build as many kite items as they can because the best way that EG can fight right now is to just bait these out without losing too many heroes. Getting out of there and then potentially resetting. But hey, that
Lotus
was
Orb is going to be important too.
yeah, that was fight number 2. You're on 7-second BKBs now on TSM, and you haven't lost too much of your map. So it is doable.
Although Storm, that was his BKB debut, so not nearly as fruitful as TSM FTX's. And Roche potential to respawn in 2 minutes.
I love this from Dubu. I was just going to say I hope he buys Dagger. I think it's the best purchase in this game he could possibly get. Just stand as far back as possible, like way out of the fight, and you literally just wait for Storm.
Root the Storm, then Troll can get on top of
Yeah.
him and kill him.
So last fight, I think he pulled it off. I don't think... Did he have the Dagger last fight, or did he just get it now? Because I feel like he's been pretty poor this game, but at least whether he had it or not, this is the exact task of his, and it allows him to... there's not that much vision he's playing into, so he can feel very safe standing far back, that he's not going to be the one jumped initially.
It's
Another
Natty
sense.
Knight right now. Saberlight wants to find someone, but Abed's in
Abed's
prime
away.
position. Oh wow, the boldness. He wants to retreat west. Gets Searing Chained. Saberlight activates the Crippling Fear, but they're not going to do anything with it. Dark Ascension as well during nighttime.
Another really impressive smoke break by the mid laner.
It's going to cost them a tower, though.
And still no Roche. They're going to have to wait for another minute.
All things considered,
Whoa.
could have been worse.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised that Abed Ice in the Veins did not activate his BKB.
They're trying for the wraparound surprise smoke. They're going to try to bait out Arteezy here. Are they going to take the bait, though?
Jesus, pings galore.
No Dark Ascension this time.
TSM FTX mounting onto their high ground. EG reveals where they are by dropping a handful of wards. Saberlight. Oh, Abed jumps in with the BKB. Insta-gives Saberlight. Arena from the high ground spears the Treant Protector. And now Troll Warlord just aimlessly attacking things while Storm bounces around. Crit trying to retreat from Bryle. Glimpse back onto Moon Meander. And what? Abed died? What?
So he went on the Shaman with his BKB, but just couldn't kill him in time. And
But it's a shaman.
he tried.
It's a shaman with an ogre club. Okay, well, that
It does take quite a bit of time for Storm to solo kill a support like that. If it's that tanky and has some sort of backup, like maybe there's living armor into play.
I think he expended most of his mana too on his initial jump uphill, right?
And he expended most of his BKB sitting in an overgrowth, right?
Yeah.
So like afterwards when he jumps on the shaman, he can get locked down by something. You see the initiation here. They really want to get in with Abed immediately, and this is a super quick and easy kill. But this overgrowth coming in here, 4-man, forces out the Manta on Artesia, and the other 3 guys are just stuck. And look at the awful positioning of Mars. He's just totally stranded on this high ground, removing the ward. Now TP's away.
And Abed fully commits to try to finish the job on the Shaman, but pays for it with his life.
What also ends up happening there is Troll's ulti initially is targeted on the Storm, but when Storm zips away, he chases the Morphling outside of the fight. And the Morphling is unable to do anything for his team too.
Yeah, wow. So Abed, not as clean, perhaps, as we've seen.
A little bit of a pause here. It is 6 a.m., so perhaps a 24-hour router reset here for Saberlight at 7 in the morning.
I have
He's back, though. He is on camera.
to go eventually. Saberlight.
There he is. All right, he's
He'll
back.
be fine.
Maybe it was the Milkman.
He'll be fine.
Is that still a thing?
I don't know, but it's something that used to be delivered early in the morning.
You know what? I think that Ogre Club on Shaman caught him off guard because you're not clicking on every single hero individually during a fight, right? And he probably did recently purchase it. He thought that he would have just burst him in that one Orchid and zip TP'd out, but didn't expect him to live for that
Bottom
long.
tower is under attack.
Value.
Sometimes 10 strength makes all the difference. Sometimes 1 strength makes all the difference.
Sometimes even decimals. Sometimes 0.2 strength gain per level.
Absolutely. I mean, people laugh at the whole meme with +1 armor, but I think most people don't appreciate how much it actually changes hero's win rate. Like, just getting +1 armor can increase the hero's win rate by more than 1%. No joke. Like, it's actually that impactful. It's like 1.5%. Because think about this from your games. All game situations,
When you live with 19 or 20 HP.
you die, and if those are the situations you don't have buyback, or you lose Roche, or you lose a tower, it turns a loss into a win. And it happens so much more often than you think, so. It's actually, because like 1% was, 1 in 100 games, right? Like, if you think about how many games you play against a hero and something specific happens, like 1 out of 10 of them, then you got your answer. So 1 armor, or this like, there was this patch where I think Weaver got like 3 base strength and 2 int or something. It was like the most insane buff the hero got in a long while. It had really bad win rate. That was not this patch leading into this, but at some point Weaver got like a massive stat buff and it really changed the hero.
Free
Right.
Roche? No, Abed! You're
Abed, no!
crazy for this one!
All right, he didn't get overgrowthed.
And he did not get the shard or the Aegis.
Or potentially
Oh my-
crashed
oh.
by Troll.
Imagine they find him there. He's stuck up there with 0 mana. That would have been something.
Troll's got a Basher up now too, so if he gets overgrowth by this blink on Treant, he can just get killed by this Troll.
Oh, the Mindbreaker, that's what it was. I was seeing these silences.
It's a great item on the Ember.
Yeah.
It's such a long-range silence you just get suddenly. Obviously, you have to make sure you hit the right target first. With your Slight, it will only affect 1 target.
Daytime about to hit, but I think TSM FTX should be pretty pleased with everything they were going to get from the 25 to 30 minute mark.
So, item updates for now are just Force Staff finished on the Disruptor and 9-second BKB on Morph.
Okay. I don't know if they're going to be able to take advantage of that for a while, though, because EG has shown willingness to fight into Aegises before, but a Troll Aegis seems risky.
Never refuse good. Give it.
I'd be more concerned about how strong this Troll can be, even versus the Morphling, right? If he just gets on top of him with a bash, sure, he doesn't have, like, he's not the traditional Morph counter, but he does have a Scotty, and he does have a Basher, and he has all that attack speed, right? So long as the rest of his team is isolated, there's no way a Morph can stand and man-fight a Troll.
Yeah, even if he turns into the Troll and returns the mischance favor.
And Troll gets a lot of...
Whoa. Okay, there was a Treant there.
Was there?
So this kill can actually open up opportunities to maybe find a pickoff while Treant is dead, because that living armor has done a lot by way of just stopping
If
Storm's
Treant
burst
is
damage.
alone out in the forest and falls, does his teammates, do they realize?
Do they hear it?
Yeah, because it's on the screen.
Thank you, Effie.
But I said, do you hear it?
Yeah, because it's on the screen. Like, somebody could have clicked on it.
A tree killed you. A tree.
Oh, as I was saying, I was going to talk
Japanese
about
Spider-Man?
Troll, right? I love Japanese.
Yeah, Troll versus Morphling matchup.
No, so Troll gets a lot of flack as a hero just because he does have obvious weaknesses, right? It takes time to come online. It does have a strong laning phase, but can get kited easily, can fall off easily, and is dependent on some early Aegises. But when it comes to 1v1 situations, just a hero standing on top of another, there is no hero in the game that can outfight Troll.
What about Faceless Void? Yeah.
I
mean, Faceless wins if he has Chrono. Like, if you want to look at it just from theoretically with numbers, nobody wins against Troll in a 1v1. Unless there's like spells involved that are hard lockdown, right? Because he's going to have the blind against you, and if he has the basher, he's going to be bashing you. Maybe when Void gets backtracked.
There's backtrack, yeah,
perhaps,
that's what I was thinking. We're thinking just right-clicking each other, right?
Yeah. But yeah, Troll's attack speed will overwhelm most heroes.
I'm sure someone on Reddit experimented with all of the heroes 1v1ing each other and probably has the answer.
That's what bot TI is all about.
Is it?
Not really.
Okay.
It's about seeing which of the bots are the dumbest.
Who would win bot TI 1v1?
Which bots are
Ooh.
the dumbest?
What was the question?
Which bots are the dumbest?
Oh, well, so it's like a fight of the dumbest types of AI, and Elder Titan, I believe, has proven to be extremely strong. I think he won 1 year. I don't know if he won 2 years. But Elder Titan, dumbest bot AI, is really strong if you put 5 ETs versus any other 5 heroes. But 5 Faceless Voids, they just dick around and cast time
Stack
dilation.
all their
on nothing.
chronos on top of each
yeah,
other.
exactly.
Checks out with the lore.
It does. Also, item update, it was the Ember Spirit who took the Axe Shard off of Roche number 2.
Troll finished his Abyssal Blade, and there's 58 seconds left on the Aegis.
Dire's bottom tower
Excellent, keep me posted.
Doesn't seem like they
There I
want to
am,
try to
setting
use
it
it
for
for a tower push of any kind. Bottom 2-2 still standing here 33 minutes in. A little bit surprising, perhaps, when you look at the TSM lineup. They were definitely capable of going and accessing this earlier. Well, okay.
Whoa. Whoa. Whoa, there's the silence.
Well,
but
they
it's a
had
daytime
two very
silence.
diametrically opposing ideas there. The Treant blinked the hell away and Saberlight blinked in, so they were not on the same page. Uh-oh. All right,
Ryle's
Ryle
on a
wants to
whole
go,
different book right now. He goes and he gets the Mindbreaker silence onto Jerax, who forced to have TP. Saberlight gets the Void off, will take down that Disruptor, and potentially looking for more, although the whole team has vision of him with that Thunderstrike.
They traded that Disruptor for Dubu's Courier.
And Dark Ascension cast, I guess, but it's about to be Natural Night.
What do you think about these chroma items that Valve made, like the Troll
Dude,
Axis?
the Wyvern one looks so good. I love the
Wyvern
Wyvern
one's cool.
Although when you smoke, you don't look like you're smoked. And so sometimes I'm like, wait, did you guys miss me?
Radiant structures are fortified.
But it's pretty sick.
Ember Axe. Huge
Storm
DPS
Axe.
upgrade. Yep. All right. Pretty much at the exact same time. So utility aplenty here. Bryle's of a more of a damaging nature, and the Storm's more of a control. From Abed, of course, leads to damage if it combines very well with his teammates. But yeah, expect Bryle to potentially really pop off in the coming fights.
Okay.
Tons of damage and mobility against would very quickly make work. I think what you do as Ember in this game right now is you try to assassinate the Disruptor immediately, just get him out of the fight, not to worry about it. And then afterwards, you probably follow through and pressure either the Morph or the Tusk.
Satanic finished on Morphling. Also, Troll Warlord bought a Shadow Blade this game. He's got a Shadow Blade and an Abyssal, so he's just gonna look for that jump on either Storm or Morphling here, and this could be really valuable. I like this pickup a lot. Also, Ember did pick up a gem, so they're just gonna have superior vision control. I wonder why they give it to the Ember and not the Night Stalker here, though.
Yeah.
Do you think Shadow Blade is better than Swift Blink on Troll this game?
I think if you're playing with this gem, they bought them at the same time. Maybe they're just looking to take over an area of the map,
Right.
remove all sentries, and it just builds into...
Oh, they spotted him through that Shadow Blade, but he gets his BKB off. Still taking a ton of damage,
got it off!
but he gets his Battle Trance off. Crits on the run, but gets shaved down by Bryle. And now they have to finish the job. They're going on the Troll, but he's bashing up onto this Nightfall Mars, but he doesn't get the kill. Down goes Tomato, Troll Warlord. Buyback from the Tusk, and Morphling trying to evacuate, but Jerax will die. Morphling's kind of trapped here, and a bonus Overgrowth just to rub salt in the wound. 5 heroes go down for EG at the cost of a Troll Warlord.
It's such a dangerous proposition for EG, but it's so close that you can't blame them. They had Tomato down to like 5%. He gets ulti off. He spends the entire ulti hitting into Mars's Bulwark. It's about the best thing that can happen for EG as far as the battle trance going off, but it's too much. Like, clawing through him afterwards takes so long, and everybody else in TSM's team had so much space.
There is no
win that
buybacks on any of these heroes. Satanic was freshly completed on that Morphling, so he didn't have any gold.
The saving grace for EG here is Troll is dead, and that's the bulk of their tower damage, right? Because Shadow Shaman did extend wards in the last fight. So they are respawning in 12 seconds on Storm, 18 seconds on Mars. And
Yeah, they get the
Tusk is
Tarn
on
back
as
here.
well.
Are they afraid until Morphling shows up, though?
I think they should be.
Yeah, they'll get out.
Really, really good fight for TSM. Unfortunately, it couldn't turn into a greater objective.
So look at this. Keep an eye on Troll's HP here, right? Like how far they're getting him down.
He was so
120
close.
HP. So literally 5% there.
And yeah, he's just whacking into that bulwark.
Imagine if he was hitting anything else than the bulwark. He would be full HP and he would have killed the Morph, right? So, like, under the circumstances, this could have been even worse for EG, but great positioning from Nightfall to at least mitigate the losses there. But by how much, really? They all got killed, I suppose. But at least they got the Troll. If he hadn't been in that position, they would have got no one.
Saberlight dancing, yeah, man, you're on your way to a first place.
Hey,
Hey,
careful.
careful, I don't want to curse it.
We've been here before, TSM. Keep it together.
Almost 4 times the series. Arena comes out as well as an instant response hex. Nightfall not able to do as much work. He gets the wall pin, but looks like he might pay for it with his life, and he might not even kill Duba until Abed finishes his food.
Oh, I got insta-hexed!
Oh my god, he didn't activate the BKB, and now an overgrowth follow-up. Abed goes down,
no.
Nightfall goes down, Tusk heavily committing, but he's gonna die back after getting this kill on the Treant Protector. Jerax goes down as well. Saberlight keeping Morphling out of the fight, and now Tusk is out for 75 seconds. Whoa, waveform! He's going in. Disarmed. Silenced. He's fighting against Saberlight, but again, it's Arteezy versus the world right now. He's got waveform back up, and he makes it to his high
Auto
ground.
with Abyssal soon.
He's toast.
There's no tower to protect him. There's no heroes to protect him. There's no HP, and 0 buybacks.
Oh my god, that's...
no.
Serpent wards. Good game is called, and TSM FTX come into the North American Dota scene and get their first championship. They get the regional.
Saberlight.
CrossFit!
Oh, that was his name. It's CrossFit. CrossFit coaching them to success. Moon popping off. The whole team getting a very well-deserved romance, bromance, loving all.
Oh, Saberlight. Saberlight, you were also part of it. If only you could see the cameras.
Hey,
It's probably...
alternate Saberlight is there.
That's true. My boy CrossFit.
Man, what a...
Saberlight.
That...
0 to 100 real quick.
Okay, I'll just say it's almost poetic the